Perfect.
Like it, and I'm not going to type it. And I'm taking the manuscript. So what? That's your problem. When you're ready to write something that isn't a lot of drippy nonsense, I'll be... You've done that for the last time. I'm standing up. And I'm taking off this damn blindfold so I can see you. What are you doing?
The smoke cleared slowly. Tim Gore helped Shondalia through the wreckage to the lower deck of the Star Cruiser. The battle was over. The beast with radar eyes stood oxidized in the hatchway. The 6 moons of the blue planet could be seen retreating over the scarred and smoking battlefield. It was then Tim Gore knew his destiny had been fulfilled. Sorry.
This guy does lightning rods on the roof.
My life is here with you, he said to Shondalia. Together we will rule the mutants of Elbub in the gravity halls of Zom. And as they fell into each other's arms and kissed, the citizens of 1,000 worlds cheered. So?
You have any idea how large a radar eye would have to be?
Austin, it's a story. You're not supposed to believe it. You're supposed to get caught up in the power of the author's imagination. I liked it.
Who's there?
Austin James. We came as fast as we could. Mr. Smith all right?
Come in. This way, please.
Austin, there's a pile of sand.
Indoor beach. He left a message on my machine last night. Said he had to see me. I've been driving all day long. Where is he?
Well, Mr. James, here you are. We just about given you up. I'm Tish, Truman's wife. You sit over here, next to me. Truman will be in just a minute.
He said it was a matter of life or death.
Oh, he'll explain all that. Would you like something to drink?
I've been calling this house for 12 hours, as long as we've been on the road. No answer. Now, I want somebody to tell me what's going on, now.
Truman will, darling. He's going to tell you a wonderful story, if he gets the nerve.
It isn't a story. What are you all standing up for? Sit down. Helga, where's my dinner? The phones are fouled up. That damn lightning last night. Sit down. She's right. I have something extraordinary to tell you. I hope you can handle it.
I'm hungry.
Does it have anything to do with sand and a dozen lightning rods?
Let's eat.
All right.
I told you he'd see them. No, you don't. Not there.
It's an honorary place for a very special friend. We always said it. If we didn't, Truman says we'd have sand in here, too.
I'm listening.
I've written over 400 books, Mr. James. That makes me the most prolific science fiction novelist in world history. I'm sure you're curious about me, about my creative processes. How many of my books have you read?
Personally, none.
None? I would have thought my work would be an inspiration to you. Black holes, superstrings, the microwave oven. I predicted all of them.
I just finished reading The Hall of Zom. It's the best sci-fi I have
Women
ever...
are not competent judges of science fiction. They're too emotionally quantized. Who the hell are you, anyway?
My personal assistant, and you're wasting her time, too. Tell the story.
I have encountered an intelligent being from another world. He lives out in the desert. His spaceship crashed somewhere in Montana. He's dangerous. He's highly charged with electromagnetic energy. He's got quadraphonic hearing, radar eyes. He's probably psychic, too. He comes only at night. Does strange things to the house. The sand piles, the lightning rods, you've seen them. He's done that. For what purpose? I have no idea. He calls himself Pretzel. Pretzel 14. I think he's 400 or 500 years old. I need your help. To trap him. The poor devil is a hazard to himself. Only you and I, working together, can get around his alien cleverness. Wait, where are you going?
Pluto, and I'm late. Come on, Mickey.
You don't believe me?
Pretzel 14? Why not Pretzel 15 or Pretzel 37.9?
Where's your scientific curiosity? Where's your open mind? I can prove he exists.
You have photographs?
No,
No. Strands of hair, nail clippings, droppings, footprints?
no,
No. Audio recordings, blood samples, secret alloys, magic crystals.
no. Actually, I've never seen him. No one has. He makes me wear a blindfold.
Then what makes you so adamantly sure that he's an intelligent being from outer space?
True. You made him come all this way, sweetheart.
He talks to me in Jack Benny's voice.
Sorry, Mr. Smith, it's not a criterion for launching a scientific investigation. Come on, Mickey. We don't choose to stay here anymore. It's time to go.
Are you kidding? This is getting exciting.
Come on, Mickey.
Aliens, Austin.
Mick!
How many times have you told me you would die to meet one?
Not with the name of Pretzel.
You can't leave. I won't let you. No one walks out on the greatest science fiction novelist of all time.
Oh?
Please, I need your help. I swear to God, Pretzel exists. Damn it, I know he exists because last night he tried to kill me.
Nice twist. Why?
I don't know. I think he's gone mad. Something in the atmosphere.
True, you promised.
I said I don't know. He did try to kill me. He'll try again tonight. He said he wouldn't rest until I was dead.
Must have sounded pretty ominous coming from Jack Benny. My advice is to call the police. There's nothing I can do to help you.
I can't protect myself. He's too powerful. He can control lightning.
Watch out for the sand.
Why couldn't there be an alien living out in the desert named Pretzel?
Pretzel?
Does it violate any of your precious scientific laws?
Yes.
No. And wouldn't you feel stupid if you missed this guy just because you don't like his name?
I'll risk it.
But there's got to be somebody else out there.
I agree. I just don't think they came all this way to put sand in people's houses.
What about UFOs? Don't you believe that we're being watched by a superior race of spacemen bent on saving us from our own destructive nature? Thousands of people have seen them.
20 million children see Santa Claus every year, but all the hard evidence says the guy's bogus.
Austin! The guy's terrified. Can we just stay for one night?
I don't get it.
Please?
The guy wasn't exactly Emily Post you in there.
Anybody could see that was just an act. He's probably terribly insecure at the moment.
Well, if he needs the name of a good shrink,
At least he's not afraid of showing it.
I can give him a dozen.
Help him, the dining room.
Help me. You've got to protect me. Help me. Don't let him get me.
It's all right. It's all right. There's nobody here. Take it easy.
I fixed the lights.
Circuit box in the kitchen.
Fine.
I told you, you've got to protect me.
Whatever it is you're holding back, I want to hear it now. Why is an alien from outer space trying to kill you?
Truman, for God's sake, tell him.
What?
The books, the novels. I didn't write a word of any of them. They were pretzels. He told them to me. I just wore a blindfold and typed what he told me. For 25 years.
Now, he's gone crazy. He thinks I cheated him. He wants to kill me.
And we were on the last chapter of the greatest science fiction novel that will ever be written. There, damn it, now you know.
Truman J. Smith III, literary fraud?
It was lightning. It struck the apex of the house, it came down the hallway, into the dining room, hit the table, burst into flames, and the fire broke the window. Let's go.
You're wrong.
What?
You're wrong. We were outside. There wasn't any lightning.
But that's what it was.
You mean it's automatically crazy for aliens to exist? But it's okay for lightning to shoot out of a clear sky, miss a dozen lightning rods, and hit inside the house?
There's a plausible explanation.
We're staying. Austin?
How do you spell iconoclastic?
ICONOCLASTIC.
Typed as rubbish for 25 years. I can finish the book myself. I don't need him.
Let's see you finish it, you interplanetary, brain-sucking mutoid hack.
The greatest science fiction novel ever written.
He must be like a brother to you.
Hmm?
All those books. You must have gotten to know each other very well.
I was an unemployed sheet metal worker when he first showed up. He climbed through the bathroom window and grabbed me by the neck with some kind of a force field. Then he talked to me in my dead father's voice. What a dirty trick. He once told me I was the only friend he ever had.
Poor lost soul.
We're all lost. He's just more obvious about it.
Mr. Smith, I've got the greatest idea. I could do it. I could put the blindfold on and write the last chapter for Pretzel, if he's willing. I mean, if he hates you.
Oh, and cut me out of the process altogether.
Oh, no. That's not what I meant at all.
I had to take this away from him. It's a novelization of his life on this planet. And in the last chapter, he kills the me character. I told you he's gone crazy. Doesn't anybody around here want to believe me? Get out! Get out!
Austin?
Austin?
What's the matter?
Oh, I thought you were...
Oh, you mean pretzel? Well, it shows you how little it takes to create a being from another planet.
Okay, so who are you supposed to be?
Somebody who was just under the house, kicking grounds and a dozen lightning rods. Yeah, they were good. But the place was filthy.
Did you get any sleep?
No, I was occupied. How about you?
I shared a lovely double bed with a pile of sand.
Sounds cozy.
It was.
It's almost dark. We've got a lot of work to do. You grab those sensors. Thermal sensor. Setting it to go off at anything hotter than body temperature. Displays in the kitchen.
Austin, I've been thinking about Pretzel.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it possible for him to control people's minds so that only certain individuals like Truman are able to communicate with him?
You mean a kind of electronic jamming mechanism that affects the pattern recognition system of the neocortex?
Yeah.
Augmented by a latent talent for opening garage doors and canceling lost credit cards?
Good. I was afraid you weren't taking this seriously. What are these things supposed to do? Catch Pretzel or scare him away?
Prove he doesn't exist.
Speaking of that, I've been meaning to ask you about something you said last night.
Great.
If you ever have kids, you're going to tell them there's a Santa Claus?
No.
No.
No, I wouldn't want to encourage a belief in a mythical being.
But you'd be robbing them of one of the great joys of childhood.
I'd be fine without him.
Austin, your parents?
Me. I set a trap. Motion-sensitive camera you never showed. Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, Boogeyman. I disproved them all by the time I was 6.
But kids are supposed to believe in that stuff. You ruined it for yourself.
No, I didn't. I just used my imagination other, more productive ways.
Like what?
Built a castle.
You built a castle?
In my head. I dug the moat, cut and mortared every stone, hammered every nail. Hung the gates, filled the cisterns, laid the cobblestone. I even carved the benches in the chapel. It took 5 years. I didn't need Santa Claus.
So who brought you your Christmas presents?
Mailman. I always asked for a gift certificate from IBM. North wing. Farthest room. It's hot. It's very hot. Slight linear movement. There's got to be a glitch. You stay here.
Why?
I need somebody to reset the monitor.
What if it's Pretzel?
Sorry, my mistake.
Mr. James, don't go.
You're just the man I want to see.
Would you turn off my lamp, please?
I see the problem. Your lamps are overheating my sensor.
Sounds dangerous. Will you put some lotion on my back? I prefer the lamp to natural sunlight. It's not so harsh on my skin. But then, as a scientist, I'm sure you know all about skin.
What'd you want to see me about?
What else? The reason you're here. Lower, please.
The farthest room in the north wing. How am I supposed to know how to reset the monitor if I can't hear him? Okay, so he built a castle on his head. Big deal. Anybody can do that. That was easy. What next? Helga, what do you think about Pretzel?
Pretzel? Who's Pretzel?
What's that room? The farthest one in the north wing?
Mrs. Smith's bedroom.
Oh.
You'll never find him, Mr. James.
Pretzel is very adept at staying away from those who aren't comfortable with his existence.
Is that a way of saying he's a regular in your husband's head?
Oh, no, he's real. But he's magic, too. He's everything that Truman pretends to be. Everything that every man on this planet pretends to be.
You talk like you've seen him.
Who says I haven't?
Your husband. He said nobody's ever seen him.
Truman only knows what Pretzel wants him to know. Besides, there are other ways of experiencing an alien other than just seeing one.
Why does he want to kill Truman?
He's trapped here. He can never go home again. He has nothing but his stories, and Truman's taken those away from him. Who knows why murder lurks in anyone's heart, especially in extraterrestrials?
You don't strike me as the desert type. Why do you stay?
Could be that I'm waiting for the right moment to go. Or maybe you're wrong. Maybe I do like the desert. If you want to learn something about Pretzel, study loneliness, isolation, jealousy, hunger.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything technical.
No.
Just came by to see if you found the glitch. Or did I misunderstand the word you used?
No!
Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith!
Stop! Stop it! Please! Stop it! Please, Crystal! Please, no! Don't hurt me! Please, Crystal, stop! No!
Let's go.
No! No, no!
Truman!
Oh, please!
Did you see him? That wasn't lightning. It was alive.
My God. He really exists.
He's never revealed himself like this before. I told you, he's gone mad.
You mean that glowing thing was him?
Who says he has to be flesh and blood? That's a human bias. Truman, I want to know about the manuscript. How many copies exist?
This is the only one. Pretzel never permitted copies.
Good thing. That's why you're still alive after 3 murder attempts. He's afraid of hurting the book.
You've got to do something. You've got to help him.
I'd like to. Tell me how.
What I told you in the bedroom, I made it all up. I never believed he existed. Not until now. I hate this place. I was bored. I made it all up.
Mickey, I want you to get in the car. Get out of here and take them with you.
What about you?
I can't walk out in the greatest scientific discovery of all time. I'm going to see what I can do to make contact.
Then I'm staying too.
Mickey?
You're gonna need an awful lot of help.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay, don't argue.
I'm not leaving either. I'm staying. And I'm finishing the book. And I'm going to do it with Pretzel.
What?
It's my fault, you see. I took his greatest work away from him. And now I've got to give it back in any way that I can. Even if it kills me.
Truman.
You don't understand. It's love and anger and sound and fury and everything that moves the spirit. Whether you're a human being or some hideous thing from another planet. It's got to be finished. I'm staying.
You're all crazy. I'm getting the hell out of here. Helga?
You're Mrs. Smith. Yeah.
He likes the lightning. I think we'll finish it tonight. He introduced popcorn to the Indians.
Excuse me?
He was here when they were here. I once accused him of playing interstellar god. He just laughed in that elegant, nonchalant way Jack Benny used to laugh. He was full of stories like that.
Say, do you mind if I just take a peek at the first?
Don't you dare touch that. I'm sorry. It's not mine. It's his. All those years I practiced playing the temperamental genius. I insulted my fans. I insulted the press. I insulted my colleagues. After a while, I actually believed the stories were mine. The greatest lie of all. Self-delusion.
Truman, you've got to get him to sit in this chair. I'm connecting you to one of the grounded lines. If he's carrying a charge, and he is, it'll suck the juice right out of him.
You leave that chair alone. I don't want him hurt.
I don't either, but I'd like an even chance of keeping you alive. Maybe us.
I said leave the chair alone.
My advice, then, is to hide behind the manuscript. And if he wants it, let him have it.
Why, hello there. I thought I'd find you here. I decided I couldn't run out on you after all.
There's rain in the mountains. The road has been washed out. Mrs. Smith is drinking.
Helga, don't be such a wet blanket. God knows I need the relaxation.
I go to bed now.
Did I miss anything?
Why do you drink so much?
Because Truman doesn't drink at all. A man of his temperament should drink a lot. So I drink for him, right, Drew?
Sometimes late at night, I'd see a blue light out on the desert, and I'd know it was Pretzel. He seemed to be searching for something.
An honest wife? He was looking for an honest wife, Drew?
Tish is my fifth wife. I met her at a book signing in Newport, Rhode Island.
What are you doing?
Putting her to bed.
I'll do it.
Come on, Mickey, she's passed out.
Yeah, right. Show me your blood test.
Keep an eye on him.
We could all die tonight, in any one of 1,000 ways. A meteor could crash into this house. The sun could explode. A mutant virus could float in over the desert. In the end, science fiction always has the last laugh. He'll be here soon.
Well?
Nice, but it felt married.
Shouldn't have bothered an experienced scientist.
He's coming.
Oh, my God. Austin, where are you?
Stay there. I'll be right back.
Pretzel? Is that you?
Austin? God. What am I doing? This is too sick for Linda Blair.
Austin!
Pretzel! Pretzel! I knew you'd come back! The book! We can finish the book!
Austin, are you okay? Austin, what happened? Wake up, Austin!
Pretzel, where are you? Come out in the open. No more blindfolds this time. We're going to finish this thing face to face. Pretzel. My God, Pretzel. You're absolutely beautiful.
Austin! Stay there. I'll get Mr. Smith.
Big is back! Big sun, big save, big splash, big wave, big hat, big drink, big kiss, big wing, big feet, big fry, big bite, big guy. Good time, great taste. Super Size makes it my place.
Super sizes are back. Larger than large Coca-Cola. Super size shakes and fries. For limited time, they're as quick as a drive-through.
Big fries, real thick, big coke, real quick. A good time, great taste of McDonald's. Big fun.
It's wrong to move a dead body. What's a sheriff or whatever they have out here gonna say about us dumping Truman in the bathtub and covering him with ice?
You don't have a choice. How long can he last in this climate? Oof. I've got the crime scene committed to memory. Well, there's nothing wrong with it now.
Phone's dead. I guess we're trapped out here, as they say.
Well, I better get busy.
Doing what?
Catching a murdering alien. This is what we use as bait.
Why didn't he take it with him after he killed Mr. Smith?
Well, maybe he couldn't. Maybe anything he touches goes up in smoke.
Which means, with or without Mr. Smith, some human hand has to help finish it.
Exactly.
Well, if Pretzel wants to finish his masterpiece so badly, why did he murder the one man who could help him the most?
How should I know? You're asking me to decipher the motives of a totally foreign consciousness.
Well, you were doing a pretty good job of it this morning.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're exhausted. You're hurt. You need to get some sleep. Maybe you're beginning to flake out.
Flake out? Nikki, I've got to find him, talk to him, learn from him. Then I got to throw him in jail.
What are you doing?
I'm making it so he has to come through the house to get into the room. Now, I'll be at the desk, blindfolded, ready to type whatever he wants me to type.
Austin, you can't.
Maybe he'll sit in the chair, maybe he won't.
You just said he tried to murder you. What's to stop him from trying again?
Nothing. I got no choice.
Yes, you do. There are other typists.
Absolutely not.
Once he's inside the house, the power will go. That's your cue to put on the blindfold. Whatever you do, don't take it off. You could misinterpret it as a hostile act. I'll get there just as fast as I can. You sure you want to do this?
How about dinner and a show instead? Just kidding. I'll be fine. I have this feeling that Pretzel knows about me, that he knows I want to see his book finished as much as he does, as much as Truman did. I'll be fine. Hey, Austin, listen. In his world, pretzel means scientific, knowledgeable. Wouldn't it be funny if Austin James meant underarm deodorant?
Funny. Skip to the last page.
That's cheating.
Mickey, read the last page.
Mr. Smith was right. Pretzel is crazy. He was gonna kill Truman and then blow up the house.
Helga, what are you doing?
I have to water the plants.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
I must do something. Mr. Smith was so kind to me.
Austin?
What?
I was just thinking about that castle you built. Did anybody live there? I mean, in those 5 years, did you ever put in the kings and the queens and all those people? And did you make them do things that people in castles do, like fall in love and have feasts?
No, there was nobody in the castle, no one like that.
Why not?
Because after I finished building it, I laid siege to it. Marched in 100,000 barbarians. Took 3 years, and finally I got a tunnel in under the north wall. Collapsed. Then came the sack. Benches in the chapel were used as firewood to melt down the palace gold. No, there was nobody in it like that. No one. Well, I didn't want to hurt them.
Why do you do stuff like that?
Preparation. For days like this.
Mickey!
Austin? Austin?
Is anyone in here? Who's there?
It's something I can open this door with. Mickey! Mickey, can you hear me?
Austin, he's in here. He's in the room.
The door's been welded shut. I'm breaking in.
No, don't. Let him have a chance to do what he came to do.
Is he in the chair?
No, I think he's standing behind us, looking at me. He knows it's a trap. Please, leave us alone. I'm all right. Pretzel? My name's Michelle. I want to help you finish your story. I'm a pretty good typist, and I think you're an absolutely wonderful writer. Oh, you can talk to me in Jack Benny's voice, or anybody's. Wait. You just gotta finish your story. It's so beautiful, so sad. We can learn so much from you. Oh, you're not gonna blow up the house, are you? Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm taking off the blindfold. I don't want to hurt you, so please don't hurt me.
Crowbar.
Back! Mickey?
Austin, he's gone.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. He was here.
Did you see him?
No, I didn't see him, but he was here.
He sat in the chair.
Ilium Lightning Rod Company, Belleville, Illinois. In regards to your theory that your house rests on a 1,000-ton deposit of pure iron, this is nothing.
Iron. Iron? We find no geological precedent for such a formation. Our physics advisor, however, warns us that a lightning rod grounded in such a formation could result in a high-density plasma being conducted in the house, resulting in fire and other personal hazards. Ilium Lighting accepts no responsibility. High-density plasma. Ball lightning.
Ball lightning?
It's the weirdest stuff in nature. You can't predict what it's going to do. Pretzel. The iron deposits under the house. It's a big, dumb storage battery. It's been shooting ball lightning through the house.
Pretzel!
He doesn't exist.
Well, then who have I been talking to for 5 minutes?
Nobody. Yourself.
We thought it was some wacko from outer space. Truman suckered me. This hand piles of lightning rods, Pretzel, they were all just parts of his sick imagination.
Oh, Austin. It was Truman who'd gone mad, not Pretzel.
The only thing real about all this is Truman's murder.
You know who did it, don't you?
With Pretzel eliminated, isn't it obvious?
No.
Get Helga, wake up Tish. Get him in the living room.
Where are you going?
I've got some looking around to do. And then I'm going to put on a slideshow. And Pretzel's going to be the guest of honor.
Where is he?
Don't worry.
I'm not waiting another minute.
Ladies, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. But it's going to be worth it. Here's the murder weapon. It was hanging in the garage. Ordinary household current killed Truman. Not lightning and not an alien from outer space. It was one of you.
Well, I was asleep. You know that.
Well, you smelled like you were asleep, Tish, but I don't know if you're asleep or not. Helga, would you please water the plants? They're looking pretty thirsty. Now, please. All of them. The murderess doesn't know it. But when she killed Truman, she took a photograph of herself. The light source was the electric cord when it touched the side of Truman's head. The film was his polarized sunglasses. The image is pretty dim. It's going to take a sizable light source, probably a lightning bolt, to project it on the wall so we can see it. That's why I've invited Pretzel.
This is preposterous.
Outrageous, unconventional, unethical, maybe. But it's going to nail our murderess. And that's you, Tish.
I want you out of my house now.
Oh, one last adjustment. Helga, you can stop watering the plants now. Why don't you go over and take a seat?
What possible reason could I have to murder my husband?
You wouldn't finish your book.
My book?
The phones are working again. I called Truman's publisher. His 4 ex-wives each got 100 novels as alimony. That left you with one. This one. His masterpiece. You stayed in the house because you were waiting for Truman to finish it, so you could get custody of it in the divorce you were planning. But when you realized Truman was never going to finish it, you decided to get hold of it by killing him.
But that doesn't make sense. What good is an unfinished book to me?
Plenty. A ghostwriter can finish it, and the fact that its author was murdered while writing it would only increase sales.
But I tried to leave.
Nice ruse. But even if the road hadn't been washed out, you would have found another excuse to come back. Everyone, don't move. He's on his way. Watch the wall. Very photogenic.
He was crazy. I had to kill him. He was crazy.
After me.
Moonlighting. And the in-laws are coming.
Oh, I wish we... Isn't that lovely?
30-something. Tuesday.
What you doing?
Looking for Pretzel's ignition switch.
Huh?
Well, I started thinking, why did the lightning come out of the ground and into the house? Then it occurred to me. Every time it made an appearance, Helga had just finished watering the plants.
Right.
But Truman built the house on the side of an ancient meteorite impact. Shock lines in the rock showed it. There was enough nickel iron to hold a powerful electric charge. One housekeeper pouring 1 cup of water down a hole was enough to set it off. One crazy writer was enough to mistake it for a man from Mars.
Austin, you know Tish's face on the wall? I'll never forget it.
Want to see it again? I found a slide of Tish while I was snooping around. It was me who flashed her face on the wall, not Pretzel. It was all theatrics to get her to confess.
Austin.
Well, I knew she was guilty from another source. The way she snored and kissed.
Kiss?
When alcohol puts you to sleep, you snore differently. She was 9/10 sober and faking it. One of my own discoveries.
I've made a discovery of my own, actually.
What's that?
Why you never believed in Santa Claus?
I told you why.
No, you didn't. You told me how you disproved him, which got me to thinking, why would a little boy want to do that? And then I figured it out. Fear.
Me? Afraid?
You must have been 2 or 3 years old. Your parents took you to see Santa Claus. He lifted you up on his knee. And like a lot of kids, you got scared and cried your eyes out. You must have been out to get him ever since.
Let's get out of here. Come on, Harvey. What's he saying? Lift your head. You're welcome. Pro.
Please get me out of here. Are you okay? Please, they want to hurt me. Drive!
Karen, stop it.
He's lying. They're not my parents.
I've only seen that kind of self-control in one other kind of personality.
Which is?
Psychotic mass murderers. The number of stressed-out personalities is 800 times the national norm. I just want to hold you, Mickey.
But, I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Now get us out of here.
The whole neighborhood's after us. What are we gonna do? Here we go again.
Wednesday at 8, the Seavers set sail for paradise and land in Hawaii on a special Growing Pains. Then Alan falls for Darlene when she lends him the shoulder to cry on Head of the Class. After, lives in the air for Hooperman, but 6 is a crowd. Now, stay tuned for O'Hara, as a beautiful model has O'Hara fighting for his honor. Next.
For truth, stars without end, timeless infinities, a billion galaxies. Man's imagination reaches out and out, while betimes the farthest reaches of knowledge are found in the smallest places.
Is it sealed?
Oh, yes, hermetically.
Same climate, same atmosphere as the planet?
Yes, and density and gravity and soil and temperature, and as accurate as bolimetry and spectrography and radiography and a dozen other sciences can make it.
You see that light, that sun? Looks as though it's unsteady, doesn't it? Well, actually, it's blinking so